The Tempest by William Shakespeare. There was a certain island in the sea, the only inhabitants of which were no man whose name was Prospero and his daughter Miranda, a very beautiful young lady. She came to this island so young that she had no memory of having seen any other human face than her father's. They lived in a cave, made out of a rock. By a strange chance they turned up on this island that had been enchanted by a witch called Sycorax, who died there a short time before his arrival. Prospero, by virtue of his art, released many good spirits that Sycorax had imprisoned in the bodies of large trees because they had refused to execute her wicked commands. These gentle spirits were obedient to the good Prospero, could by their means command the winds and the waves of the sea. By his orders, they raised a violent storm, in the midst of which, and struggling with the wild sea waves that every moment threatened to swallow it up. He showed his daughter a fine large ship, which he told her was full of living beings like themselves. "Oh, my dear father," said Miranda, "if by your art you have freed this dreadful storm, have pity on this sad distress. See, the vessel will be dashed to pieces. Poor souls, they will all perish. If I had power, I would sink the sea beneath the earth, rather than the good ship should be destroyed with their precious souls within her. My brother Antonio, being thus in possession of my power, began to think himself that you can did. Antonio carried us on board the ship, and when we were some leagues out at sea, he forced us into a small boat without either tackle, sail, or mast. There he left us, as he thought, to perish." "Oh, my father," said Miranda, "what a trouble must have been to you then." "No, my love, you were a little cherub that did preserve me. Your innocent smiles made me bear up against my misfortunes. Our food lasted till we landed on this desert island, since when my chief delight has been in teaching you, Miranda. Heaven thank you, my dear father. Now, pray tell me soon your reason for raising this sea storm." "Now then," said Prospero, "that by means of this storm, my enemies, the King of Naples and my cruel brother, are cast ashore up on this island." Ariel just presented himself before his master to give an account of the tempest. Ariel gave a lovely description of the terrors of the mariners and how the king's son Ferdinand was the first who leaped into the sea, and how his father thought he saw his dear sons swallowed up by the waves and lost. "But he is safe," said Ariel, "in a corner of iron, sitting with his arms folded, sadly lamenting the loss of his father. Not a hair of his head is injured, and his princely garment, though drenched in the sea waves, looks fresher than before." "You do not recollect what a torment I freed you from?" said Prospero to Ariel. "Have you forgot the wicked witch Sycorax, who with age and ennui was almost bent double? This bad witch Sycorax was banished and left there by the sailors. And because you were a spirit too delicate to execute her wicked commands, she shut you up in a tree, where I found you howling." "Pardon me, dear master," said Ariel, ashamed to seem ungrateful. "I will obey your commands." "Do so," said Prospero, "and I will set you free." He then gave orders what further he would have him do, and away went Ariel, first to where he had left Ferdinand, and found him sitting on the grass in the same melancholy posture.